Hi guys, this is Spanglish Plays, and as you can see, this is a brand new channel, something that I've been wanting to start for a very long time, but for one reason or another never got around to doing it. Now, this is going to be mainly focused on PES, and specifically Master League at the beginning anyway. But what I want this to be something that the PES community and all my viewers can get involved in, so any comments, any suggestions, please leave it in the comment section below and it's be more than appreciated. But of course the most important thing when starting a new Master League is the team, and I've narrowed it down to 4 teams, but I want you guys to choose which one we take over. I will be leaving a straw poll in the description below, so get voting. And next we're going to be looking at the objectives for each team and also any positions that we might want to strengthen, so let's get to it. Okay, so the first team is Atletico Madrid. They have an excellent squad, very strong, but unfortunately they finished third. So I think the first objective would definitely try to be to challenge Real Madrid and Barcelona for either first or second place. The next objective is to try to win La Copa del Rey. Unfortunately, they went out in the quarterfinals to Celta de Vigo. So I think they could definitely win it if we take control and make a few key signings, which we'll look at in a second. The third objective is to try to reach the semi-final of the Champions League. Now I know they reached the final and almost won it against Real Madrid, but there are a lot of strong teams in Europe, so I think minimum reach the semi-final is a good objective. And finally, with transfers, I think we'll probably be looking to bring in a backup left back to Filipe Luis, then maybe a left midfielder or a right midfielder, possibly both, depending on our transfer budget. And I think definitely we're looking to bring in a world-class centre forward to partner Griezmann up front. The second team is Valencia. Now, unfortunately, they did not have a very good season, finishing 12th, so I think if we were to take control of them, our best bet would be to probably reach a Europa League spot maybe in the first season, eventually fight for a Champions League spot. When it comes to the cup, I think reaching the semi-final is a good objective. Now if I'm not mistaken, in PES 2016 they are in the Europa League, so I think we'll probably try to reach the semi-final, maybe even the final. Now when it comes to signings, they're a bit soft at the back, so I think one, maybe two centre backs are must buys, then maybe a right midfielder. And when it comes to strikers or forwards, Valencia normally play with one forward and they've got Negredo, Alcácer and Rodrigo, so I think we'll leave it for now. And if we see that we need some changes up front, we'll worry about that in the January transfer window. So now we go over to the Italian league, and our third team is AC Milan. Now this season they finished 7th, failing to qualify for a European competition for the 3rd time in a row. And for a team like AC Milan, that is just not good enough. So our first objective will be to try to reach a Europa League spot, or maybe even better with a Champions League place. The next objective is to try to reach the final of the Coppa Italia, or do one better and actually win it this time. But generally what we want to do is rebuild Milan and turn them into the Italian giants that they once were. But to do that we're going to have to make a few key signings. Now I think in defence an extra fullback will be a good idea, and in midfield maybe a good young playmaker, but generally AC Milan are full of aging players, so I think we might want to not only rejuvenate the midfield but eventually rejuvenate the defence and buy a good young goalkeeper in the future too. The final team is Inter. Now they came in 4th, which is good enough for a Europa League place, but I think a team like Inter will really want to make it back into the Champions League, so I think that will be our first objective. The second objective is to win the Coppa Italia. They made it to the semi-final this season, but I think with the team that they have, they could really challenge for it. And when it comes to signings, I think we'll probably look into bring an extra centre back, a backup right back, maybe a right midfielder or left midfielder, someone to play on the wings, and finally an extra centre midfielder who could also play as an attacking midfielder depending which formation we want to use. So those are your 4 choices, guys, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I want you to choose the team that you want to see me take over. So please get voting in that straw poll that I'll leave in the description below, and I'll leave it up for a few days, and as soon as it's done I'll start recording the beginning of this journey of this Master League. Any suggestions, leave it in the comment section below, and if you don't want to miss the very first episode, please subscribe. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.